Welcome back to the Beyond the Backboard Podcast. I believe this is episode 81. Thank you guys
believe so.
for tuning in on this episode. And to kick off everything, let's focus on the elephant in the room so far. 3 days. How many days away from playoffs? A couple days away from playoffs.
Literally a week. A week until the play-in starts.
A week until the play-in starts, and Mike Malone of the Denver Nuggets is fired. They informed him of this morning. And why? What did we benefit here? What did we change here that we couldn't have waited till the end of the season to do? Realistically, Earl, take your bias out of the way for a second because I know you got. I understand you got your Lakers bias. I know we got the Lakers daddy thing, but I want an honest take from this because this really does seem like an unfair thing that the ownership did do. But I do want to understand your take about it.
To answer the chat, I don't think he's eligible for unemployment checks right now. We'll see what happens. I heard there is some mixed feelings about him in the front office. Oh, and yeah, the GM is fired too. So my fault.
Yeah,
Mike Malone.
The owner
has some company.
Just had full control and said fired.
If I'm being completely honest, did this news absolutely shock me? Yes. We just talked about this last week about potential coaches getting fired, and if we could see any other surprises, which, I mean, we had a small conversation about it. I think we all agreed out of the coaches we talked about, he was probably maybe on the safer side compared to other guys.
He was, yeah.
I did think that he possibly could get fired. Did I think it was going to be right before the playoffs? Absolutely not. I don't see how you go 2-3 games into the playoffs. It's like, okay, you know what? We actually don't need you. And GM, what is the GM doing now? Why do we need a GM when we can't sign any players right now? Get rid of him too. Just let's clean house, go into it. But I don't know, man. I'm more shocked than anything. I'm ready to hear y'all's opinions, but I'm biased aside. The Nuggets have made some questionable decisions. We talked about it last week. I think them sitting all the players versus Spurs games was costly. I'm not saying that was on Malone. I don't know whose decision that was, but they lost that game. They lost a lot of key matchups. I think they just lost 2 big games as well. One versus the Warriors, and then another one versus the Pacers as well. Both of them like huge for the standings wise. While I do think those were like crazy loss from the pickup now, does that mean to fire your coach right now going into the playoffs, Mike Malone? I don't think so. Like, and you got to think like Jamal Murray, he hasn't been playing as well. Some of those games, Jokic hasn't played, Aaron Gordon hasn't played. So I don't know, man. I'm shocked. Jokes aside, it's just unbelievable, I'll say.
Yeah.
I think we're probably a year or 2 away, maybe 3, but within the next 2 years, we're going to see a head coach fired during the playoffs. I genuinely do think this will happen. There will come a series where a team loses the first 2 games and they fire their head coach after game. That's where this is going. I didn't think this was possible even a year ago, but I guess the Grizzlies just started a new trend. The fact that they can fire their playoff head coach 3 weeks before the playoffs. Denver came in and said, let's not just one up this. Let's fire our championship winning coach from less than 2 years ago. Less than 2 years ago, Michael Malone was on the championship parade for this team, and they fired him. I can't tell you how many times we've talked on this show about teams firing their championship coach prematurely. It happened with the Lakers and Vogel. It happened with the Bucks and Budenholzer. And every single time that happens, we revisit it a year or 2 later and say the guy they got to replace him was not better. The Bucks were not better after firing Budenholzer.
Well, to be honest, they haven't been better since trading Drew Holiday. So,
I mean, yeah, but it's like they have not been better since that coach firing. The Lakers, maybe you could say now Redick, you could argue upgrade over Vogel. Better. But certainly Darvin Ham was not an upgrade. I find it very, very, very hard to believe that whoever Denver is elevating from within this franchise or plans to sign in the offseason is an improvement from the guy who won a championship with this same team less than 2 years ago. Earlier, shaking your head like you got someone in mind here.
No, continue.
Do you have somebody in mind, or are you agreeing with Max?
No, I think... No, keep going. You're cooking.
Okay, all right, keep going.
It doesn't... Again, unless there is some like crazy drama off the court stuff, which I'm not going to speculate about. If it is that, then whatever. Assuming this is a purely basketball decision, just like hey, we like you, coach, but we're going to go a different direction. And now, again, to clean house and now say the GM, like what happened here? You talk about dysfunction. The Nuggets, we heralded them 2 years ago for being an objectively functional franchise. Like they brought in Coach Malone many years ago. He helped develop Jokic. They didn't jump the gun when Jamal Murray had injury troubles. They drafted Michael Porter Jr. not with the intent for him to be good right away, but for the intent for him to be good in 5 years, which he was. They made the small moves. They didn't jump at a superstar. They traded for Aaron Gordon, which wound up being kind of their quote-unquote big move. They were patient. They built the right way. They brought in good role players, good coaching staff, and they won. We gave them credit on this show for doing that. We said this is the blueprint for how to build a successful, competent NBA franchise. Everything they did today completely contradicts all of those decisions. A competent, functional franchise does not clean house a week before they might host a playoff series. They might be going to Denver in a week and a half with a brand new head coach and a brand new general manager for game one of the playoffs in a year where Jokic is probably going to win MVP, or he's going to be 1 or 2 in MVP. You're still a favorite in the West. I just cannot get this. I don't get what teams the obsession with firing coaches is. I understand it more for a bad team that needs to scapegoat. I understand it more for a Portland or a Utah or a Washington who needs to change the direction of their franchise. What do the Nuggets have to scapegoat? Were they expecting to win 60 games like the Thunder this year? Was that their realistic expectations? Like, damn, if we don't win 60 games, Mike Malone is out? Is that what you were expecting? Were they expecting to go past the first round in the playoffs this year? I'm sure they are. You're not even going to give Malone a chance to get past the first round in the playoffs this year. This makes genuinely no sense. To give a championship-winning head coach one playoff series post-winning the championship is criminal. I don't get it whatsoever.
Yeah, and to answer KJ in the chat, why I think he was getting fired, I just feel like the trend, like, okay, I don't think winning a championship, like Max said, at this point, you really have a year or two window. I feel like the Nuggets, for the most part, maybe it's not all coaching, but these last couple of weeks, they've fallen off a little bit, and seeing how the Grizzlies coach got fired, I just brought up the point. What's keeping Mike Malone from being safe, if we're being completely honest? So I don't really have anything specific.
I thought there was 0 chance.
Yeah.
I said on the show last
Well,
week.
true. Yeah, he won, but like, what was that? How many years ago was that? 2?
That he won the championship? 2023.
Yeah.
Not even 2 years.
Yeah.
Not even 2 full years.
I think recently on this show, like 2 or 3 shows ago, we talked about the longest tenured coaches in the league so far, and I think there's only 2 left now. Like 3 of them got fired already. There's 5 of them. One of them is Pop, and then one of them is Thibodeau.
Yeah.
No, Spoelstra.
And Spoelstra, my bad. So there was...
And Kerr.
You're right. Damn it. How many were fired then? There must have been 8.
Oh, man.
Well, I mean, how long do you count as a long tenure of a coach? Like 5+ years.
To be fair, KJ, like I was seeing some reports that him and the GM, they didn't get along at all, and that was kind of an issue with them balancing like where they wanted the direction of this team to go. And I guess their biggest decision, which I don't agree with, was let's just clean house and start over, which is kind of a drastic decision to make right before the playoffs, I admit. But I don't know, man. I don't know what the future is for the Nuggets. Like this, that opens more questions. Is Jokic safe this offseason?
You know,
I mean, being real here.
Okay, I'm gonna get into that because now it's time. Saying. Now it's time for speculation, and you want to know why? You want to know my theory for what happened?
No, KJ. Does he want to stay in this? Does he want to stay here? Is what I mean.
That's perfect, and I like that. Lock in, chat. This one's gonna be right on the nose. The Nuggets want to trade Jamal Murray. Mike Malone promised him he wouldn't be traded at one point. Mike Malone didn't want him to be traded at one point. I think this season, they're going to try to get a better number 2 next to Jokic. If that costs Jamal Murray, it costs Jamal Murray. And I think as a sacrifice to that, both GM and coach had to get out of the way for that to happen.
I mean,
maybe that's it.
It really does. It really is that simple sometimes.
But who do y'all think though? Like, okay, if you're trading Jamal Murray, what's Jamal Murray's trade value around the NBA? Like, who would you get for Jamal Murray to upgrade next to Jokic? Is my question.
I mean, I don't know one, but like I don't
To
think
be
that's a
honest, I
crazy
would
idea.
downgrade at the point guard and try to get somebody better in the shooting guard, because I think, to be honest, I know this chat likes to shit on Russell Westbrook, but whether y'all like it or not, he's been pretty good for them. So I don't think he should be like a number 2, but number 3 3 is on the table for Russell Westbrook. That's all I'm saying.
There's no way we're saying Russell Westbrook number 3 basketball options on the Nuggets.
I think so. I mean, okay,
not
wait,
with
wait, okay. I might or may have not forgotten about Michael Porter Jr.
I'm just saying. I'm not gonna lie. I've witnessed Russell Westbrook in the last like 5 games. I've witnessed him destroy 3 chances of winning.
Yeah,
just out of the games I watched. Just out of the games I watched, 3 games they lost because Russell Westbrook was on the floor making mistakes. There's no way you guys want second option Russell Westbrook hoops on that team.
I'm not saying second.
Jokic does not want that. I guarantee you, if that's the case, Jokic, we might see the first European player bounce out of there by his own accord, not getting traded. Not gonna lie.
I don't know. Where would Jokic even go? Let's think about places Jokic could actually go.
He can go anywhere. He can go anywhere. Where can't Jokic go? That's
kind of true. He could literally just be like, "Yeah, I want to go right here."
Name one team that Jokic wouldn't fit on right now. Just out of. Okay, yeah, that's a good. I mean, but still, I can't act like no, but still, we can't act like Wemby and Jokic couldn't move something.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, but the Spurs have no reason to do anything.
Exactly, I agree, no reason, but like
honestly, I think if like
the Rockets.
Yeah, that's a good move.
I'm saying that's a bad fit. They don't need Jokic and Sengun.
But
I think that would be a great.
Would you not trade Jokic for Alfred Sengun?
I would.
If it was 1 for 1, then yeah. If that was like the swap.
Honestly,
if you add Jokic to that team that's surrounded by defense, they're probably.
But I don't think
honestly,
they probably win this year.
I'm trying to find pieces off of my bench, and maybe a package centered around Amen Thompson with a lot of picks to try to get Jokic instead of trying to trade Jalen Green and Alperen. I think building around keeping Alperen and Jalen as like a number 2 and number 3 could be really lethal for you.
That would be Luka trade levels of bad. If you're the Nuggets, you're getting Sengun in that.
They would have to get Sengun, bro.
I know.
I just
any comparable any person with a brain would get.
But like, think about it, Omar. I would rather have Jokic and Amen Thompson on the floor than Jokic and Sengun any day of the week. Together.
Yeah, because while I think Alperen is a better player, I do think Amen Thompson is probably his defense is a lot better. So it probably does fit a little better, but I don't know. I'm dreaming about that backcourt of just Alperen and Jokic. The paint is done. It's locked. Nobody's getting nothing in there.
How? They're literally not good defenders. Well, they're not great interior defenders.
Both Jokic and Sengun are poor defenders.
Horrible. That's literally no.
It's still gonna be hard because you still gotta put.
It's not gonna be hard. I promise you.
Watch people walk past him. If you watched any Jokic hoops, he doesn't play any defense.
If that was the team I had to go against in the playoffs, bro, I'm licking my fingers every play, dude. If you run a pick and roll action, a screen with either Jokic or Sengun as the switch man, that's literally free buckets every play. Every single time you're scoring.
That's 100 points in the paint minimum. That looks like you're playing 2K. I'm paint mashing every single play.
Exactly. That's why you would want to keep Amen Thompson rather than Sengun in that type of scenario if you're getting back to Jokic.
Okay.
Fit-wise.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I don't know. I just feel like Jokic, I think Nuggets' future, obviously it all depends on what they do in this playoff series, of course. But I don't know, bro. It's not as set in stone without Malone and without their GM. Looks like they're down to make drastic decisions. So who's to say they don't do that with the roster as well? So we'll see what happens, man. I don't know. It's kind of weird that they did this.
Are we tapering our expectations for the Nuggets now because of this? Are we saying they're not a title contending team? Right?
No. I still think they have a chance. I mean, I'm always going to say they have a chance with Jokic out there. Jamal Murray, I heard he's coming back by playoff time, which is good news for Nuggets fans. But I don't know, man. I feel like they'll try to figure it out. I think they're still I still think they have a legit chance. We'll see what happens. I think it depends on who they match up against as well. I know
agree,
David
but I'm not
David
even-
Adelman is their new coach right now, or intern coach. So
Rick Adelman? Okay, he has
no,
coached.
David Adelman. Sorry,
Or
my
Dave
bad.
Adelman? Okay. Has he coached?
He's one of the better assistant coaches in the league.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's not like horrible situation. So we'll see.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I mean, sure, the Nuggets, I think they have a championship ceiling. I think as long as you have Jokic, they have a championship ceiling. But like now with this head coach fire, they're looking pretty different from the team that won 2 years ago. I mean, I know Omar's talked about it time and time again, like losing Bruce Brown, losing KCP, losing Jeff Green. Like those are impactful losses on this roster. And now you're taking away the head coach, who everyone gave a ton of credit to, the guy who built this system around Jokic. I mean, maybe Adelman can inherit that and improve upon it somehow. But like all of a sudden, I don't feel like I can give them like, oh, they've won it before, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like I'm starting to not be able to give them that because this is not the same team.
Yeah. No, I honestly agree with that. I feel like, I don't know, man. It's definitely, I don't know. Like, what happens when you get into a tough situation? You have to make crazy adjustments.
Yeah.
And on top of that, their defense, to me, has been slipping regardless of Mike Malone being their coach. So how do you get out of that?
This is
it's horrible.
This is key. The Nuggets have next key 3 games. If they lose all 3, they could very well be in what is the standing right now? They're in 4th right now. They could very well be in 8th.
They could go to 8th. You don't fire your coach with 3 big games coming up that if you lose those 3 games, like, oh, heaven forbid, it takes Adelman 1 week to figure this team out. You lose
y'all are done.
8th seed. You go from like 4 to 8.
It doesn't make sense. They're gonna drop a few They're gonna drop a few places in the standings for sure. I see them being in 8th by this time. The Grizzlies have been on a winning streak. The Timberwolves have been on a 5-game winning streak. The Warriors just lost one, but I'm not counting on them to lose another. The Clippers are on a 4-game winning streak, and the Lakers are on a 2-game winning streak. The Nuggets are the only one in 3 to 8 that actually have a 4-game losing streak.
If the Nuggets, okay, let's say the Nuggets match up against the Timberwolves in the first round. I don't know, seeding scenarios, whatever. Let's say they match up against Timberwolves. Are you taking Denver in a series against Minnesota right now?
I'm not, because
I think I'm taking Minnesota.
Because even
I hate Julius Randle in the playoffs, but I think I'm taking Minnesota in that series.
You know what? I don't know about that. Because we have seen Julius Randle in the playoffs, and I don't know how he's been. But listen, the Timberwolves have also been 14-0 whenever Julius Randle has played.
I think
He's
that's
played more than 14
now.
games this season.
Is it?
Yeah.
He's played more than 14 games this year, Omar.
Obviously.
I don't think I'm taking Denver. Are you taking Denver in a series against the Clippers? I might take the Clippers. The Clippers play good defense. That keeps them in a lot of games. I think you get a team with Zubac and Kawhi. Like the Clippers are a big team. Maybe not like they don't have like any giants other than Zubac, but they're tall at every position. And Ty Lue is a very, very smart head coach. Ty Lue will expose Jokic defensively. And if the Nuggets don't have an A-tier offensive game plan to counteract that, which they usually have under Mike Malone, that's the reason why they're able to offset Jokic's bad defense, is because their offense is always so fluent, so just fundamental, spot on. Jokic runs it to a T. If they're not doing that offensively, I think they get run out the gym. They won't be able to keep up because the Clippers can score in the paint every time. Think about the Wolves. As much as I don't like Julius Randle, he's going to go into the paint. Rudy Gobert is going to be a paint presence. Anthony Edwards is going to be a paint presence. And by the way, Anthony Edwards is still a great three-point shooter. That has not changed since the start of the season. Dude still shoots threes at an incredibly high rate. I think that Timberwolves team can they beat him in the 7-game series last year. I think they can beat him again. I think the Clippers can beat them. Like, we're looking at the role where the Nuggets are now a first-round exit, I think. Maybe, listen, they still have Jokic. If Adelman comes in and the offense is still good, they'll go as far as Jokic takes them, as far as he will drag them, as far as Jamal Murray can step up in the playoffs. If they make the conference finals, they could still do it. Jokic is that good. I'm just saying, it's not looking good.
If I'm being completely honest, like, I already had questions about the Nuggets going into the playoffs just because of their defense recently. Yes, offensive ceiling amazing. I mean, we see Jokic scoring 21 points in the first quarter. Last game versus the Pacers, we see him score like 25, 30 plus in the first half. Cool, but nobody on that team is defending. I watched Michael Porter Jr. get scored on almost every possession. Same with Jokic. Like Jamal Murray's not here, so that begs to ask the question: like, okay, when you get into a series like Max said versus a Timberwolves team with Anthony Edwards playing the best basketball he's played, this stretch of the season, and Julius Randle as well. Like we talked about them not meshing well in the beginning, but now they kind of figured out their game plan as a team. Even Rudy Gobert is out there he had a crazy streak of like 18 and 15 plus rebounds. Like he's been playing great. So what happens when you have that? Like I know historically Jokic just cooked Rudy Gobert. Can't lie to that, but still, yeah, still it's just like that worries me. Like how far can this heavy offense go in a playoff run? And you're going with a whole new coach. Like even if you run the same play, it's like, okay, I still got to kind of get used to, hey, you're my head coach now. Like I get it. It's a lot easier that obviously he's been on the staff. He's their top assistant head coach. That's cool. He's been in the locker room, but still, like you still got to like connect with stuff. We don't know if he wants to change things up. I would assume something has to change because Mike Malone's defensive schemes weren't really working that great. So what happens then? Like Max said, you don't have like a 2 weeks, 3 weeks to figure it out. Like this is it. This is it. You have what? 4 more games, 3 more games maybe for the Nuggets, and that's it. And then you're straight to the playoffs. Boom. You have a couple of days for playing tournaments to get going, whatever, and then boom, playoffs next week. We got to that. So it's just like
they might be in the play-in. Don't sleep on them.
True. Or
they're not safe.
Potentially. Now if they fall the playoff, I don't know. Can I see them falling that? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think they fall.
Lose to either Sacramento or Dallas. I don't see that happening.
Where they play Sacramento tonight?
I'll give them that. I'm not gonna go.
I'm not gonna lie. Sacramento is figuring it out. I just seen Zach LaVine I promise you they have been. I've been watching his last couple games, and Zach LaVine just had like 40 something plus. Him and DeMar DeRozan. Basically, it's a tight window for them too. They have I think like a 25% chance to make the playoffs now, so they have to win out. So it's not like it's a write-off game. Like they've been playing, they know they have to win every game.
Well, they're in the play. So, I mean, they're comfortable in the play. They're going to be in the play 100%.
True.
So at this point, I think it's that first game against Dallas and trying to make sure you have home court there. But for me, I put the Nuggets in that division. I'm putting them in the same tier as Golden State and LA in that they have the big name. They're probably going to have the best play unless they match up against each other. They're probably going to have the best player in this. There's a good chance they have the best player in the series on the floor. You know, proven players, championship experience. They have high ceilings. Yeah. But fundamentally, I don't think any of those teams are as good, fundamental, well-rounded basketball teams as the Clippers, as the Rockets, even. So again, it's like those are the boom or bust playoff teams. Like the Lakers could get first rounded, they could go to the conference finals. The Warriors could get first rounded, they could go to the NBA finals. The Nuggets, they could go push OKC in a 7-game series, or they might get dusted by the Clippers in 5. I really don't know. I don't feel like the floor of some of these other teams, like even Memphis, I think has a higher floor than the Nuggets or the Lakers or the Warriors. They're kind of the boom or bust in my opinion.
I don't know about you said the Grizzlies?
I think you look at that roster top down. Again, they don't have Luka, they don't have LeBron, they don't have Steph Curry, they don't have Jokic. No one of that caliber. But it takes the team. Sometimes in the playoffs, you can get away with one of those guys. And if Luka has a nuclear 40-point triple-double series, yes, the Lakers are probably going to win. But that's what it takes. I think the Grizzlies, they have they can win by committee. And I like that as a consistent formula for winning playoff games versus we need Steph Curry to have 40 every game for us to have a chance. Or we need Luka to have a triple-double and LeBron to have a triple-double for us to have a chance. Or we need Jokic to have 60-point triple-doubles and we can't even beat Memphis. I mean, we can't even beat Minnesota.
I agree with that to an extent, but I still feel like, okay, if we're looking at, let's talk about playing teams for a second. 7, 8, 9th, and 10th, which we did this last week. It's the Timberwolves.
I'm not even talking about. I'll give you Sacramento has a better chance of doing anything than Dallas, but I don't back either of them to beat any teams ahead.
Okay, never mind. Well, okay, I'll just say this for the sake of argument. I'll talk about Golden State, Minnesota, Memphis. I'll talk about those 4 teams in particular. To me, the most ceiling out of those 4 teams, Am I saying this?
Out of who? Could you name them again? Sorry.
Oh, my fault. Golden State, Timberwolves, Memphis Grizzlies.
Golden State.
Yeah.
100%. Ceiling wise, you have Steph Curry.
Golden,
That's your
to
ceiling.
me, it's Golden State, Timberwolves, Grizzlies. And that's no disrespect to Grizzlies.
I
Shout out
agree.
to
No, I
Holden in
agree.
the chat.
100% agree.
I think they're a great team. But as far as like, I don't know, as far as like top to bottom, I don't know. I just feel like the Warriors, obviously you have Curry and Curry and Draymond. Jimmy Butler, of course, as well. But like Curry, Draymond's dynamic has been amazing. Like Draymond Green is top in defensive player of the year candidate, which kind of came out of nowhere. No offense to Draymond.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, it's reported. So I just feel like they've been playing good basketball recently. Even Pods. Like I talk junk about Pods a lot, but he stepped up quite a bit. I don't think he had the best last game, but back-to-back 25-point games, which is huge for that Warriors team.
I'm sure he'll probably give you one 25-point game of playoff series, but give me a guy who's going to give you 18 every night versus a guy who's going to give you 25 and then 5 the rest of the series. True. I don't trust Pods' consistency personally.
No, I think that's where Jimmy comes in the playoffs, though.
True.
Like Jimmy has definitely not been anywhere near where he's supposed to be. But playoff Jimmy, as they call it. Playoff Jimmy. We'll see.
When Jimmy actually starts trying.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually get paid for this. Let me lock in. That's Jimmy in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know what? Stakes are high. Let me tie my shoes up.
Nah, he's getting paid now, so he's happy.
True. Look at the third options of those teams, though. It's like the third best player, I should say. Golden State's third best player is Draymond Green, which, okay, he's a leading defensive player of the year candidate, apparently, reportedly. Great dynamic with Steph. I think
I can name 5 right now.
Nowhere near who he was. He's not the same player he was. Minnesota's third best player, Rudy Gobert. I would say at this stage in their career, Rudy Gobert is a better basketball player than Draymond Green. I don't think that's controversial. I know Gobert has his moments in the playoffs. So does Draymond. They can both be played off the floor. They both have their glaring.
At least, even if you were stretching it, at least defensively he is.
Exactly.
Like we can all say that with confidence.
Exactly. And then you look at the Grizzlies. I understand what you're saying about Memphis. Their third best player is Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane is a step or 2 or 3 above both of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then it's like you look at the 4th option, the 5th option, the 6th option. Golden State falls off dramatically once you get past Steph, Jimmy, Draymond, and then like Pods, Kuminga.
Jimmy is their only like really good two-way player. If I were to give the Warriors one two-way player, it would be Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with that. Memphis has good two-way players up and down that roster.
Yeah,
even Minnesota to a lesser extent. Like that's why I'm saying I think people are sleeping on Memphis, even with this new head coach. Which again, I would be even a little higher on Memphis if they kept Taylor Jenkins. But I still think the core of that roster is good enough, top to bottom, as long as they don't.
They need to get
as long
as
Ja
head
doesn't
coach
totally
first.
sell this series, and as long as Ja is healthy, he's still Ja Morant. People sleep on Ja Morant. I still back Ja to have a very good playoff run. So I don't want to see a team that has Ja firing on all cylinders. Jaren Jackson Jr., new All-Star, Desmond Bane, Vince Williams, G.G. Jackson, Zach Edey, again, inconsistent, but still. I don't want to see that Memphis team, personally.
Dude, again, as I said earlier, I can name like 5 better defenders than OG than
my bad.
I was gonna say that. But I was gonna say OG Anunoby's a better defender, but what I was always trying to say, I can name 5 better defenders than Draymond Green.
Exactly.
Like it's kind of crazy how they're coming up on Draymond Green out of all of a sudden. Like I don't remember these conversations even 2 years ago.
But it's because when's the last time you guys have watched a Warriors game? Just in general.
Whenever they were playing last. When was it, last night?
But before that, when's the last time you watched a Warriors game? Did you watch a Warriors game when they went on that long winning streak
before yesterday, frankly, but
I'm saying, did you watch games actively when they went on that crazy winning streak with Jimmy Butler? Like when they were 19-2 with Jimmy Butler and Curry playing?
No, not the entire run, but I did watch a good handful, but no, not
personally. I did not watch every game, no, but I will say Draymond Green's defense definitely helped and backed a lot of those wins. Not saying that I agree that he's running for Defensive Player of the Year because I don't watch every defender in the NBA, so I'm more of a casual in that aspect of who should be where. But what I will say is Draymond Green Yes, I've literally seen him make winning plays to close out games. I've seen him close out games on us. That Warriors game, Warriors-Lakers, he had like 3 back-to-back possessions where he had huge stops. One where Luka had a chance to tie the game, and he strips him at the rim, takes the ball, and that's pretty much game over. Like Draymond Green, his ability to make winning plays on the defensive end, still at his age right now, is great. Like, I'm not saying he's defensive player of the year, but I'm just saying, like, Golden State Warriors to me is definitely a team you don't want to sleep on. Like, it's one of those teams, like, don't let them get confidence. Like, if you let them win a round, boom. Who said we can't win 2 rounds? Okay, we win 2. We're right here. Let's go get the third one. The third one, okay. Let's go to the finals. And then when you get to the finals.
I agree. That's why I have them as a boomer bust team. Because, like I said, if they get confident and they get hot, absolutely they can make a deep run. Absolutely. But I think that goes in with don't let them get hot, don't let them get confident. True. Those things need to happen. I think structurally there are teams that are better assembled than them and better equipped to consistently string together wins. There's more ways for Minnesota to win or the Clippers to win or the Rockets to win. I think their brand of basketball is more repeatable and more versatile. If you're going to see Golden State make a deep playoff run or the Lakers make a deep playoff run or the Nuggets make a deep playoff run, that puts a lot on the shoulders of 1 or 2 guys. And those guys, we've seen them shoulder it before. We've seen them not shoulder it before. That's where I think it's like, again, you don't want to see them, but if you can keep those guys under wraps, I'm not scared about, respectfully, Quentin Post. I'm not scared about Jackson Hayes. I'm not scared about.
But Jackson Hayes is not our third, though.
No, I'm not saying thirds. I'm just saying, like, down the roster. Like, when you get deeper
Quentin
down.
Post is not their third either.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
No, okay. I'm going
to say Draymond
is their third.
Oh, my fault. My
fault.
I forgot. My fault. That's what I meant. Well, top 3, what I was meaning. But still, speaking of top 3, I just throw this in there. Who, out of like East and West, like, what are y'all's ideal? Like, what are y'all's best big threes? Like, what's a couple in the East and couple in the West for y'all? Going into the playoffs.
Yeah, big threes for the East is just the top 2. I think. I mean, for the Cavs, it's really the big 4. I think it's easy to say Mitchell, Mobley, Garland, because those are the all-stars. Technically all-stars, but Jared Allen is just he plays just as big a role as any of those guys. So the Cavs big 3 to big 4. And then Boston is kind of the opposite. It's just it's their whole starting. It's like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and then insert Drew Holiday or Porzingis or Derek White. Probably Porzingis, I think, is if I had to give a number 3 distinction there. But if you want to argue with Derek White, I'm not going to argue with you. If you want to say it's a healthy Drew Holiday, I'm not going to argue with you. But I think out East, those are the 2 big ones. And it makes sense. Those are the 2 favorites in the East. It could be that way.
Okay. I got to disagree. There is a third, and obviously it's my New York Knicks. But honestly, I'm not really ready to call it a 3.
But what are they? Who are the 3?
Yeah, I'm not ready to call it a trio, but I'll get there, right? But the point of the matter is, if OG continues to play like this, if OG continues to average 28 points a game, brings us into next season and continues to do this as well, if he continues to do this into the playoffs, averages at least 25 points per game, I'm willing to call him a part of the big 3 on that squad, because I can see Mikhail averaging 18. I can see Josh averaging 12 and still being happy about it because he's able to grab at least 10 rebounds and average at least seven assists on top of that while getting 40% of his shots up. So this I'm going to say it one more time. If OG can continue the level of play that he's been on over the past 10 to 12 games, he can I'll be ready to induct him into the trio. But right now, it's just Cat and Brunson, as far as I'm aware.
I'll be honest. I'm ready to induct Austin Reeves into the Lakers' big 3. Obviously, listen, there's no getting around.
It's not an
He's not better than Luka. We're not having that conversation.
No, what?
For sure.
What? Who said that?
In terms of, I'm just saying, like, in terms of impact, I think he deserves to kind of be up there on that shelf with them, you know?
Oh, my God. Thank you, Max.
He's getting emotional.
I'm sorry. I love it.
Like, dude, like, they give it, like, he just hits shots. Dude just finds a way to hit shots. And it's every game, and it's crazy shots. It's hard shots. It's easy shots. Dude's a hooper. It's like, when I play the Lakers, this is the best way I can put it. If I'm playing the Lakers, I'm not like, oh, we got to stop LeBron and Luka. I'm saying we gotta stop Bron, Luka, and Austin Reeves. He's on the scouting. He's like, we gotta stop him.
Thank you. To piggyback off of that, like, you're right. I think Luka. I mean, shout out to Austin Reeves. A lot of people said his stats would go down when Luka got here, but they actually went up. Like Max. I mean, like Omar said, like OG last 10 games is averaging 28 points a game. Last 10 games for Austin Reeves is averaging 24. Yeah, 24.6, so 25 points per game, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, basically. Shooting 43% from 3. So he's playing great basketball. And it's like, this is with LeBron. Like, if LeBron sits, okay, I know I know Austin Reeves is going to give me 30. If Bron's playing and Luka's playing, he's getting 30. So, like, the mix between Austin Reeves, Luka, and LeBron, like, you're right. I think Bron, like, shout out to Bron, he had a quote on his podcast, which now is with Steve Nash, which is hilarious. But yeah, he had a quote saying like the best thing about Austin Reeves is teams have to game plan against me and Luka, speaking as LeBron. But then you have Austin Reeves. Your third best defender has to guard Austin Reeves, which is absolutely ridiculous nowadays.
It is right, because Austin Reeves, I was gonna say he's kind of automatic from that 3-point line. And
yeah.
He really like rarely misses if he's not being guarded, and he's somebody to revere as well. Like, he's one of not, if not the best third option in the NBA. So
he's up there. He's
up there, but I'm still taking Evan Mobley. I'm still taking
You taking Porzingis?
I'm taking Porzingis.
I'm probably taking Porzingis, but the only reason I say maybe Porzingis is because he gets hurt way too much.
True,
No offense to Porzingis.
If we're assuming healthy for you take Porzingis.
Can I be honest though? I don't know.
It's a conversation though.
Now that we're getting off this, I want to start this conversation off with a hot take.
Go ahead.
I think the Celtics are going to choke in the first round this year.
I'll take your odds on that. How much money you want to bet on that?
You see how you choked saying that, Omar? You see how when you tried to say it, you choked? You said,
I didn't choke.
You set it up a little bit, slightly.
I will take any amount of odds.
I'll put $10 on it. Just match it, and you'll be okay.
I'm not okay. 10.
Wait, hold on. I just want to remind you of something before we start. Be careful, because remember last time you said when you rolled the 6, you would give me Emmanuel quickly for free.
That's true. You're right.
Be careful now. Just match me.
Let's not do.
And I will hold you to this, Earl. Hold him to this.
Okay, I'm actually here this time, so I'm here. I
hold him to this.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm cheap. Let's do a forfeit. Let's do like what's a fun forfeit that we can do?
Okay.
I don't know. Give me something.
Okay,
Earl, make the forfeit.
I get to pick?
Yes, you get the pick. You get the pick.
So if the Celtics get bounced first round,
Omar thinks they will get bounced first round by Orlando or Atlanta, basically, or Chicago.
Okay, so if they get bounced first round, then Omar wins. So I just have to pick a forfeit, basically.
Yeah. You have to pick. You have to pick the consequences essentially for either of us.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about hot chips?
I'll do hot chips, 100%.
Loser has to do the 1 chip challenge. I think the chip's like $8.
Ooh, fuck.
Well, we're scared. Didn't y'all just say I'll do hot chips?
I've never done the hot chip.
And we're doing so many
reactions.
We're gonna do it on stream. On stream.
Boston. The only thing is, it's gonna make me root for Boston. I don't want to do that, but I'm confident it's not gonna happen.
Okay, bet. Shake on it virtually. And we're doing it on stream, so literally everybody will see it. I'm gonna pick a night where we can get a whole bunch of people in here from every part of Playoff Sports Network.
We'll do it during like a Lakers show when there's like 60.
Yeah, we'll do it like on a halftime of a Lakers show or something like that.
That work?
Yeah.
All right. This is for the Celtics losing, not a game. Just to be clear, not a game. Not going to game 7. This is, do they advance out the first round? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right,
but my reason to that is Jaylen Brown hasn't been himself lately. I know Jason Tatum's has been stepping it up as of late. Even Celtics fans are saying that he's not doing too hot. So
Brown,
yeah,
bro, y'all know what, bro? Y'all don't understand, bro. It's when you get a fresh fade, bro. you don't even sleep the same. Like your head is cold. I'm so serious, especially when you have a lot of hair. So literally, Jaylen Brown is adjusting. So you just put
Did
your
he
whole
really get
bed.
like the buzzy?
You put a 1-chip bet.
You get the buzzy
because he got a haircut. That's tough. Oh,
that's a buzzy.
go ahead and order the chip, Omar. I'm sorry.
He got a buzz cut.
No, I'm just saying like he cut all his hair down. Got a little fade.
Oh, what?
Okay, I will say that's the worst reasoning I've heard from a player.
Okay, it may be, but watch when he gets to the playoffs. Guarantee he goes back to normal.
I mean, I believe in Jaylen Brown to turn it around, but I'm not attributing this like.
No,
it's 100%.
I'm just taking what the Celtics fans are giving me. So that's my reasoning for it. And I know Jason Tatum has been doing really well recently. He's been averaging around 30 points as of like I believe the last 5 or 10 games. But I think when it comes to the playoffs, he's going to choke a little more.
To Miami, to Orlando, to Chicago.
Well, you said Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Porzingis can beat those teams.
He's been playing well. Am I wrong?
No, I'm saying you say he's going to choke.
A little bit, yeah.
They might lose a game. I could see him losing a game.
Guys, I'm a Lakers fan. I absolutely can't stand the Celtics. But come on, Tatum has a style. Come on.
The only way they don't win the first round is if Tatum breaks his ankle, if Brown's head falls off,
imagine that's happening.
Porzingis, I don't know, gets sick again.
Bro, people say.
I mean, listen, if it's just Porzingis, and they have Paolo, and it's the Magic, it may happen.
You better hope it's the Magic then.
Yeah,
1 in 4 chance.
If we, I'm hoping we get the easiest path to the finals, to the Eastern Conference Finals as possible.
Listen, if I have to suffer the 1-chip challenge for the Knicks to not play Boston in the second round, so be it. I'll be happy with that. If I have to suffer the 1-chip so we don't have to see Boston, I'm okay with that.
And you know what? I'm okay with it too. The 1-chip challenge.
Either I eat the 1-chip and the Knicks don't have to see Boston, or
I might die on the 1-chip, but we'll do it. We already shook on it. I can't take it back.
I'm awful with spicy food.
Oh man, shout out to inflation. The 1-chip challenge actually did go up a little bit.
It's probably $10 now.
Harris are
shout out inflation.
Earl,
what's okay? Happened? Oh, my light went off. That's all.
So y'all saw the PS5 or I'm sorry, not the PS5, the Switch being like $600 and something, right? Or no,
$450. I thought. I think it's
$450, right?
It's $450. And games are like $90.
Yeah. So when you do the inflation calculation, it actually ends up being $630.
Wait, what? Oh.
When you do the inflation cost, because most of these products are going to be factored out of like Taiwan and like other countries that have like a 17 or higher % tariff on them.
Look, all I can say
they're going to be like $200 more expensive at minimum.
All I can say is this: it will be had.
It will be had. I don't know.
Look, I don't know when, where, how. I'm just saying, like, look, think about it like this. Bro.
I will wait.
Can I personally control inflation? No. How long is inflation going to be inflating? I don't know. Is that going to stop me from buying some of this stuff?
As long as Mr. President says so.
True, but I mean, my question, I can't control that. So
yeah.
Oh, I didn't think you were a Switch guy. I thought you were a PS guy or a console.
I love the Switch.
Where's my Switch at? No, I like Switch. I have a Switch.
Mm-hmm. What do you play on the
I'll wreck you in Mario Kart. Promise.
Anything, like all the classic Mario games. I play. I used to play Animal Crossing on there. Okay. I played
Animal Crossing is a good game.
Mm-hmm. Pokemon on there too. I play a lot of games.
I just hacked my Wii.
Wait, what happened?
I thought Pokemon was on y'all's phones. Y'all play Pokemon Go, I thought.
No, but it's different.
No. That's a different.
It's console Pokemon.
It's teaching you.
Okay. But
it's a lot of different ones. Like
y'all got me on any Switch game but Mario Kart. I'm smoking anyone in Mario Kart.
No,
okay, bet. When you pay the $90 for new Mario Kart, come see me.
No, or I'll let you pay that. I'll go down to where you're at. I'll let you pay that. I'll pay like the $200. Way cheaper for me.
All I'm saying is
down to where you're at. That's way cheaper.
I'm saying. Wait, Earl, you got Mario Kart because you could game share with Max. That's something that
I don't have a Switch.
Oh, the new thing. Oh yeah, he's got a Switch first.
I have it's like Mario Kart, like the Weaver, like the Wii Mario Kart, like jailbroken on my computer, so we could do that.
Oh, that's
with,
fun.
Like,
I have
like
it. I have it.
I
I have
a
it on my
Mario Kart
Wii too,
emulator.
but not
What's it
illegally
called?
this time. Just regular
Yeah, we got him. Hold on. I gotta do my thing.
with 5 people live.
Remember when this was an NBA podcast?
Yeah. Sorry. We took a little detour there. Sorry.
What were we even talking about?
She talked about
I have
Nintendo version.
no clue where that went. At
FBI
FBI.
help. Okay.
At
Let's get into the next topic.
We got 10 minutes.
The Rockets had 2 statement
we're chilling,
wins
yeah.
over the weekend.
Rockets.
Yeah, they deserve some attention there.
They do. And that's
that's
why I
like
said I like the
the,
Rockets in a playoff series. I like
They
them.
held Steph Curry to 3 points, by the way, which we didn't talk about. 3.
Dude, Amen Thompson genuinely should
Baller.
be on all defense right now.
Yes.
Dude is going to be.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he already is a demon. I don't
First
want to
team, bro.
Amen Thompson is incredible. Like,
Yes.
he is what makes that team tick. Obviously, Şengün is kind of the offensive centerpiece. You know, Jalen Green has had some phenomenal individual scoring performances. Fred VanVleet's the veteran point guard. But their entire kind of access to success is Amen Thompson. And it's crazy that he's doing this in literally year 2. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, 14, 6, and
Amen
6
Thompson
with his defense. Really
I'm
good.
just saying this too,
right.
bro.
He just I'll just say he just doesn't stop moving. Like, he jumps out the gym, he rotates on defense, he baseline cuts, like he's always somewhere. He's
Bro,
always
if you
doing
get-
something. He never just sits in the corner with his hands in his pockets.
I agree. Like, if you get that man, if I'm the Rockets, I'm putting all my money, all of my team. If you get that man a shooting coach, bro, it's truly over. Easily. If you get him a shooting coach over the summer. No, but I agree, Max. He doesn't have to be. Like, he had a stretch where he scored 20 plus points, no threes. But what I'm saying is, if he develops that game and not limits himself to like, okay, I just can't shoot it, I'll dominate everything else. If he takes, like, we're talking about, it's only year 2. Like, he's got plenty of time. If he takes like a couple like seasons, like 1 or 2 seasons, let me get my shot right. The potential for that kid is limitless.
Going to
Man.
take a step pretty soon as well. I think by next season we could see.
Jabari.
Yeah, I think by next season we could see him start instead of like Dylan Brooks.
I think he gets
Dude,
traded.
I totally forgot about Jabari Smith. Another good point.
He's getting traded, bro.
Yeah,
He's getting traded.
where is he going to get
I
traded
think
to?
so. I don't know where, but I just think that personally,
You think Jabari's getting traded?
yeah. They don't even start him anymore.
I could see it being a Josh Giddey situation, like on the Thunder, where they just kind of have.
That's crazy. I was just thinking that.
They just trade one of their young guys for a more proven piece.
Where they trade him? Where they trade Jabari to though?
Some young
I
team
don't
would
know.
take him, 100%.
Pelicans?
Any young team would.
Put him in the package for KD, bro.
Yeah.
I've been saying that.
Who else forgot Brandon Ingram was on the Raptors?
Pet me.
Me. I forgot the other night. He's on the Raptors now.
Has he played a game yet?
I don't think so.
Nah.
I think I
Okay.
saw him like on the sideline.
He's
I was
probably
like,
he's on the bench. He's gonna be there next
What
year.
the fuck is he doing there? And
He's
I was
probably
like,
shopping
he got
for-
traded there.
He's shopping for mansions. He got that, that big bag too. Good for him,
Loki,
though.
the Rockets. Yo, imagine the Rockets sent him to Washington for like Middleton and Smart. I don't know how the money works there,
Ooh.
but Smart well, actually Smart. He played for Udoka in Boston, so reunite them there. Bring in Middleton as just kind of like a veteran, plug and play bench scorer.
It's more of a veteran leadership role, to be honest. I think he's a
I
better.
still think Middleton, if you limit his minutes, if you just tell Middleton to play 15 to 20 a game off the bench, he could stake around like Al Horford has for the Celtics.
Yeah,
Like,
he's-
as long
I
as
agree.
he's not the focal point, if he's kind of just out there just to be out there and play him 15, 20 minutes a night and you manage his minutes, Chris Middleton could go for another 5 years and still be a good NBA player, I think.
I can see
He's
that.
not what he was, but he can still be good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, anything over Dylan Brooks. That
Yeah,
guy's
I mean,
just
if you
not
need
good at
offense, you
basketball.
plug in Middleton.
mean-
You plug in Dylan Brooks. That works.
I mean, he's better than me, but still,
I don't know, bro. I feel like Dylan Brooks has had a couple good games this season, I'll say.
perhaps.
He's good, but I like what Omar's saying. Where you want a backup to that. Like, you want someone if Dylan Brooks is not working out in a game or in a series, it would be nice to have like
Somebody
a plug and
else.
play
Okay.
offense oriented.
So this year he's shooting just under 40% from 3.
Yeah,
his efficiency is
14
good. He's never going to be a volume.
14
guy.
points a game. He's been playing good. I mean, he's been playing
I
decent
mean,
for a
you
role
never
player.
really expect him. I think we've seen his peak though. Like,
Yeah.
this
But I
is
mean,
about-
last
this
10
is
games
about
he's
his
shooting
peak.
43% from 3 as well.
Yeah, but
Do you expect that to stay?
Whoa.
Keep up in the playoffs?
yeah, it's all about kind of like. Does it
I mean,
take
to be
place?
honest, 39% from three is good, which is 40%
On
is
how
good
many
on the
attempts?
season.
On how many attempts?
Hold on, let me pull that reference.
Yeah, what's his attempts? 'Cause, I mean, listen, he gets a lot of good looks playing the position he does. I'm just saying, if you have Middleton in that spot, and you have Middleton who can create his own shot and kind of go on those little stretches where he can score the ball, you know, I like him in kind of like an Al Horford role for that team. Just kind of do his thing, no pressure. I know you're old, just do what you can. Give us what you can give us, and I think Middleton can give them a good bit. And maybe
Okay.
if you're the Rockets, and
That's on about 6 attempts.
okay, so he is.
So that's
taking
actually
some-
good.
He is. That is volume. I'll give him that. That's more than I thought. I thought it'd be more around 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's shooting basically 40% on 6.3 attempts a game.
Okay.
FanDuel Sportsbook. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing,
I
FanBook?
like this.
I'm not doing that, by the way. No
Yeah,
thanks.
what are we doing, FanBook?
You're not doing that? Come on.
No.
No, that's 4 players. Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura. That takes so
What?
much depth out of their roster.
I'm
I
not
wouldn't do
gonna
that either.
lie. And then plus, like, we'd be the
Our
worst
defense is
defensive
gone.
team in the league.
I mean, their
Maybe.
defense is gone. What am I saying? Their defense is gone. But like,
literally be
Also,
the
that's
worst.
by no means good enough to trade. That's an awful trade for both
That's
sides.
what I'm saying. Like,
That's
it
an
just
easy trade for both
it
teams.
doesn't
The
make
Nuggets
sense
are worth a
to
lot
me.
more than that.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really happen if you don't trade Austin Reeves. But
It doesn't happen if you don't trade Luka Doncic, I'll be honest. I know we were just talking great on Reeves earlier, but we
disagree,
just got
disagree.
good enough
my
to
goat,
Disagree,
my
disagree.
goat, my goat, Rob Pelinka. He's a fleecer, not a fleeced.
I mean, listen, he just got lucky being with what's his face, dumbass.
No, it's
from
not
Mavericks.
luck, man. It's skill, man. It's skill.
I mean, dude,
What
it's
you know about
not.
that? What you know about that
it's
coffee
not
shop
when they
on
come up to
45th
you-
Street?
Dude,
What you know about getting a call from the 45th Street, sitting at that nice luxury chair with the cushions in it,
Oh,
and
man.
talking ball? Hey, man, remember we used to be friends, man?
I think anybody
about
would
you
have
swing
said
you,
yes to
Luka?
that trade.
I mean,
Earl.
but
Jake,
anybody didn't
that's
have
the thing, it's a
all.
Bro, forgot how this went, bro. Y'all
a great
got y'all went. They came to y'all and said,
We
"Hey,
just gotta
y'all want Luka on a silver platter?"
Yeah, but how's that look salary wise too? I don't know. Maybe I mean, yeah, ideally, okay, cool. Luka, LeBron, and Jokic, obviously crazy. But
Somebody commented
not a
under,
Luka
I blame
defense
Nico
on
Harrison
that
for
team,
posts
bro.
like these.
Not a lick of defense on that team after you trade all the boys.
just LeBron. LeBron better be a defensive, all defensive player again.
Oh man,
3 Brown archetypes on one team is actually crazy. What happens when you add 3 pass first players to the same roster who can all go for 35 plus a game?
All right. How do we got 5 minutes left? How do we want to end off this? I know we said that we would do best two-way players in the league conversation. Chat, do you all want that? This is the last 5 minutes are for chat.
wait,
Well,
before we
let's
do that, shout out Jake for this post.
Oh yeah,
This is funny.
bro, that's hilarious.
Shout out Jake for the post.
So-
But continue, yeah.
I will say shout out to Hayes Moose in the chat. We do actually have articles on the website now. Like we have people writing for us. So if you want to check that out, I'm gonna put the link.
On playback on this, or is it like a playback?
Oh, my fault. And on Playoff Sports Network, we have a website now.
Okay. So it's on. It's on now. Okay, I was gonna say.
Yeah. Here's our website. We have writers, and if you would like to become a writer, just hit me up in the DMs, me, Jake, or Caden, and we can definitely set some stuff up.
How much you paying? What's we be at minimum wage?
Freelance. Experience.
I've heard that before.
Experience.
Shout out PSF.
Speaking of,
Hey man, I needed an internship. I got.
I'm not gonna lie.
It checked off a box in my book. That's all I care about.
No, I don't care, bro. They put me on. I got nothing bad to say about it. Great experience.
You know what?
How about playoff news? Yeah,
we wouldn't be doing this at all. By the way, guys,
player in this league.
We wouldn't have this. I wouldn't be on doing this stuff with Jake and Caden. None of that without first on the PSF.
Yeah.
So
No, I'll say this.
I'll
We
take
wouldn't
the
be here
experience
without
over
PSF.
the X amount of $15 hours I would have made if it was paid. I'll take the in this case, I'm taking the experience 1,000 times out of 100, 1,000 times out of 1,000.
I agree.
They made Charles Barkley play Pop the Balloon with women from San Antonio.
Okay, yo.
But no. Best
final
two-way
days are
players
here.
in the league. Playoff Hayes. Yeah.
Oh,
OG
okay.
Anunoby is the most underrated player in the league. Underrated two-way player in the league. I think he's really
Yeah, I
good
was
on
about to
defense.
say, is he underrated?
I mean, listen, I get it 100%. But the reason
Can't
why
be
I say
underrated,
underrated is
45 mil.
because low-key, everybody underrated two-way is a great way to respond to that. We know he's a great defender, but we didn't know he was averaging.
Isn't he known for his defense though and scoring? Like that's the reason
He's not known for his.
He got that
wasn't known
contract
for
because
his
he is a
scoring.
two-way wing.
He's been playing really good two-way now in the past 10 to 12 games. Chat. Your chat's agreeing with me.
I'm just saying. That's why y'all gotta start watching ball.
Like Hayes said, trust the Knicks fan.
Trust the Knicks fan.
You know what? You're right.
No, but with all seriousness, we didn't really know that OG could be on this type of offensive level. Like as I said earlier, 28 points per game. I didn't expect.
Wait, those 10 games weren't those games with no Brunson?
That was a game with no Brunson. That's right. But with Brunson the other night, when I went in person the other day, he still had 32.
How many minutes did Brunson play?
Actually, he was out for a lot of it.
That's crazy. Bringing him back first game playing 32 is actually crazy.
I mean, which was even funnier because he played the entire. He played most of the first quarter. They took him out early in the first quarter, and then they played him like late in the second quarter.
We're going for tonight versus OKC. I don't know if we're playing all our guys. Are we? Did that come out? I think we're resting people.
Luka Doncic, Dorian Finney-Smith, LeBron James, Austin Reeves, and Gabe Vincent have been upgraded to probable for tonight's game.
Oh, okay.
As of 49 seconds ago from Trevor Lane.
All right, bet. Appreciate that.
Sorry, I literally had X open. So,
hey, so we really going for the sweep. So what are they gonna say when we beat the Rock? When we beat the Thunder twice in a row? Just saying.
Damn, everybody within a 1 minute span.
I just want to say, if y'all want to know how to,
is questionable.
If y'all want to know how to beat, let me not talk, John. All I'll say is, we played one good game versus OKC without fouling Shea. That's the only way to win. The only way to beat the Thunder is to not fall for the foul bait game. Do they do it twice in a row? Probably not. But I just want to say that's the only way you're beating the OKC team, bro. Just saying. We ball. He had 0 free throw attempts.
All right. How much time do you got left?
We're getting mad on today. You don't think Brown, Luka, and Jokic is better basketball fit than the three guys? Same thing.
Well, yeah, because I was just saying, if we're going big threes, the Suns would like, what?
Yeah, okay, look.
As long as you don't got Bradley Beal, it's good.
It's not.
Lakers chat seems to think that'd be a good trade.
Okay, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, like, realistically, it makes more sense when LeBron retires than I think with all three of them together, if that makes sense. Not saying it can't work, sure, but it does worry me a little bit. Just being completely honest.
Okay. I'm reading something interesting from StatMuse just now as of 2 hours ago. In the month of April, Jokic averaged 45 points, 12.3 rebounds, and 10.7 assists with 2 steals per game with 0 wins.
Play defense next time, buddy. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, good job. That's why.
How do you average 5 points away from 50 points? And
that is. Hey, listen. You guys want to know something a little funny? We'll end off this show. So y'all know I got Jokic in our fantasy league, right?
Yeah.
It's championship week. I'm in the championship game. I'm playing Bismarck. Shout out Bismarck. It's gonna be a great matchup. We're down to the last 2. Last night, right before the game start, my dad comes into my room and tells me that Nikola Jokic is out tonight with a broken hand. And I'm like, what? So yeah, I was watching NBA channel and it says on the scroll, Nikola Jokic, broken hand. So I'm I got Twitter open. I'm like, I type in Jokic. I'm like, there's no way. Did Shams tweet this? Nothing from Shams. I'm like, I type in Jokic. It's all just some random, StatMuse talking about MVP, whatever. I'm like, I'm not seeing anything about Jokic.
I know where this is going.
Nikola Jokic. And now I'm looking for like those news articles from like 2 minutes ago being like, breaking news. Jokic breaks his hand. I'm like, what are we doing? I'm like, I'm telling my dad, there's nothing here. I saw it on the NBA channel. It's on the scroll. And then I Googled Nikola Jovic.
I knew it.
That's
I
crazy.
knew it. I knew it the entire time. I knew
February. Not even. I got unintentionally. My dad. This was not on purpose. My dad unintentionally Jovic'd me. I got unintentionally Jovic. My
Bro got
blood pressure at that
Jovic.
moment was through the roof.
No, that's funny, bro.
Bro got Jovic.
I got Jovic. It wasn't even my fault.
Hold on, chat. Before we go, I'm gonna pull out one more thing.
Yeah.
So lesson learned, everybody. Make sure.
Don't trust your parent. No, it's fine.
Don't get Jovic.
Chill. All right, guys. Let me go to.
What is this Steph Curry? What is this?
It's a fake. It's a fake account. It's a meme account. It's a meme account.
But what is it even like?
He's talking about D'Angelo Russell's.
I can't even read that. Is that like him? Oh, it's him. Okay, so that's him and Russell's. Okay.
Yeah, it's Steph Curry's face, and yeah.
Do we think Steph Curry will go to Charlotte for 1 year at the end of his career?
No.
Just because it's good.
No,
bad.
no chance. No chance he leaves the Warriors.
Nah, these guys, these second kids don't care about their fathers. Klay Thompson didn't want to go. I'm not playing for your team, Dad. I'm gonna go for the Mavericks and lose.
Well, I mean, Klay's the last time.
Wait, what team?
You're telling me Klay might not go to LA at the end of his career? He might.
Oh, he played for the Lakers. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. Played for the Lakers. I almost forgot.
We
I almost forgot.
I don't know. I think you never know. Listen, we never thought Tony Parker would
we did.
He up and left for Charlotte for 1 year, and his dad didn't play for Charlotte. So if Tony can do it, then
I mean, I personally think that Steph Curry has built like a legacy in Golden State, and I really, really do think he's more likely to retire than to go to another team.
I don't think he'll go to any other
because
team.
He's already talked about retirement before. Like, to be honest, if he just wanted to end basketball, he's done, bro. He got his 4 rings. He feels like he made an impact on the game. He's fine.
Yeah. Wait, is Caden in here? Caden, I saw you in the chat a minute ago. Caden, are you still here?
I don't think Caden's. Oh yeah, Caden is here.
Caden was in the chat a minute ago. Is Caden still
he
here?
is there.
Type in the chat if you're still here, real quick. But I'm just saying, like, obviously Curry wouldn't go anywhere else for basketball reasons. Just strictly like if his brother's there, he could like play in Charlotte with his brother for a year, have his dad call all the games. Like his dad's a big Charlotte guy. He does, I think, the radio or the TV broadcast.
He played with his brother before.
That's just what that made me think of.
Wasn't he on the Warriors at one point?
Dell? No, Dell was not on the Warriors.
His brother-in-law was, by the way.
Wait.
Yeah, Saban Lee.
Right? Oh yeah, that's right.
Or Damian Lee.
Damian Lee. Yeah, Damian
Lee.
I think Steph was for like. He was.
Yeah, he was there for like half a season or something.
No way. They never played together.
Okay, last thing I'm looking up before we get off here.
Yeah.
Look this up. I don't think Seth played on the Warriors. Seth's played on damn near every other team, but not Golden. It's kind of funny when you think about it. How many teams he's been on, but never Golden State.
All right.
It might have been for like half a season.
I feel like we remember that.
Oh wow, guys. Oh.
He was?
He played for like half a season, didn't he?
I'm gaslighting. No, he was never.
Yeah, okay.
Damn, that's crazy. How could you gaslight me like this? That was the Dr. Pepper.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching Beyond the Backboard Podcast. We appreciate y'all joining us today.
I don't like Dr. Pepper. That's all I'm gonna say. It's too cherry. It's like an artificial cherry. I don't.
You're missing out.
And we will see you guys on Friday at 2 p.m. for our weekend preview hoops show. And next week starts the play-in tournament, so I'm excited to get real basketball.
And this weekend, be sure to check out our 2-minute drill episode. Be sure to check those out. Subscribe to the podcast. We'll be announcing a giveaway very soon. Be in tune for that. And we'll see you guys soon. Thank you guys so much.
Be in tune with that.
Peace.